Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Scoop. Today, I'm going to be doing a Detroit Lions mock draft in our road to the NFL draft, which is coming up really soon. So if you want to stay up to date, make sure to like and subscribe. But let's get straight into this video. So, like I said, we got the Detroit Lions here, one of the teams that I really like going into this offseason, a team that have a lot of potential on both sides of the ball. And I think if they can hit this draft the way they hit free agency, I think they could be really sleeper Super Bowl contenders. But I really like them going into this draft, and they have very few holes to fill. So let's just see what we can do with all their draft picks that they have. So starting off with pick number 6, I'm going to go Jalen Carter from Georgia. I know he does have some of these red flags. By the way, I'm not going to be doing any trades. I know he does have some red flags going into this draft, obviously with him not finishing his pro day, declining really interviews from non-top 10 teams, which may suggest that he isn't a great interviewer. But I think he is someone that I don't think the Lions would really go in a different direction if they were to keep the pick. Like I said, I'm not doing trades, but if we were to do trades, I could see them trading back here. But they don't really, I don't think the board really offers anything that you could say, oh yeah, they could go in a different direction and get good value for the pick. Because I before free agency, I had them going cornerback, but they have addressed that with adding guys like Cameron Sutton from the Steelers and Emmanuel Mosley from the Niners. So I think they would go in a direction that kind of suggests the defensive line. I could see them going edge as well, but I just think Jalen Carter is someone who, if he hits, he can be the best player in this draft class. He generally has that sky high potential, and I think um Lions would be a team that I think could really potentially take a chance on them. And if it works out, that defensive line is absolutely terrifying. And I'm going to continue to add on to this defensive line with pick number 18. Someone that I'm kind of surprised that he's all the way down here, but Nolan Smith from Georgia, again, another athletic freak, a guy that's around 230 pounds, ran a 4.3940. Did suffer with injury concerns at Georgia, but but just as a prospect, he is kind of just the ideal. Not, I mean, I don't think anyone thinks you're gonna have an edge rusher that weighs that much, but also can run that fast. So you don't so he's kind of not even in up. He's not someone that you would. Um, he's a unicorn, basically. I would say. For considering how fast he is for how big he is. So, again, another guy I could really see the Lions going with. Someone that I know they already have guys like Aiden Hutchinson and James Houston, but you could see Houston's kind of someone who has been more utilized more as a third down rusher. I could see them expanding his role in 2023, but just adding a guy that could play more consistent downs like Nolan Smith and also has crazy high potential just makes this edge room absolutely terrifying and kind of revamps this the whole defense line for Detroit with guys like Hutchinson, Carter, Aleem McNeil, and now Nolan Smith, and obviously Houston also coming off the bench. So this is you've really transformed the line defensive line into um one of the more scary units in the entire NFL. And you've got a good linebacking room, good secondary. It is, again, really a terrifying team, which is why I have such a high outlook for the Lions. But now going on to pick 48, I'm gonna go to the offensive side of the ball now because we have gone defense a few times. And a guy that I'm kind of surprised he's all the way down here, but I'm gonna go with Sam Laporta from University of Iowa. Someone that I know he's all the way down here, but he is my tight end 3 going into this draft. Someone that's just so hard to tackle in space, a solid blocker as well. And I know the Lions, again, their offense was already so good without a even when Hawkinson left, they were still good without a great tight end. Just adding that kind of third really pass catching weapon alongside Mon Ross St. Brown and Jameson Williams could really be super dangerous for an offense that was already top 5 in 2023. Now going on to pick number 55. This one right here, bit a bit difficult, but I'm gonna go with Tyreek Stevenson from the University of Miami. And again, I know they already dressed cornerback with Mosley Sutton. They have Akuda as well, but they also did lose a few pieces like Amanu Ruarie and Mike Hughes. So I think just as a depth piece, again, I know it's not a pick that fills a need, but with the Lions, they're a team that just has so few needs across the board. And like I think when you look at their entire offense, I feel like is good. I think maybe they could add another receiver, but I don't think the board really stacks up for another receiver at that point. But their whole offense is really good, and their defense really with adding defensive line help already have a couple of good young linebackers, and obviously secondary has been completely improved. There's not really a lot to address. So just adding a guy like Stevenson just to back up those guys just in case one goes down. You're gonna see that as a common theme with in this draft because again, the lines are just so well set up and it's why they're really a scary team. But I did talk about receiver being a potential need. I'm gonna go receiver here. Xavier Hutchinson, someone that again gives them that kind of scary element in terms of speed, someone that I could see if they hit on it, maybe he could be this receiver three alongside Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know Williams also was coming off an ACL injury, so as insurance, I feel like that is a pick that would make sense. But also, um, really with the Lions, besides those two guys, you've got there aren't great options. They're not bad, I wouldn't say, but I think they might want to improve from guys like Josh Reynolds and Quintus Cephas, who Reynolds wasn't bad last year, but I think again, when you're going to be going against the best teams like the Eagles and the Niners, I think you can only getting more talented at the skill positions is obviously paramount for a team like Detroit that are really starting. I think they're starting to hit their window right now. But now going on to the next pick, 152. Um, again, another tough pick. How to kind of continue to improve and build this team. Um, hmm, it's a tough pick. I think I could see them still trying to maybe improve the defense a little bit. Um, hmm. I'm gonna go Uluwatimi from Michigan. Obviously he does have that homegrown connection. I know they already do have Frank Ragnow, but again, the Lions are just a team that are just right now in such a great position in terms of talent that really all you can do right now is just continue to just ensure that there's solid backup in case of injury. And I think Uluwatimi is a guy that could be drafted again earlier and potentially even start for a team. I think he's really, really talented, but just to have that as a backup option for the Lions, it's just a luxury. And again, with the offensive line, we saw really how far having a really good offensive line has got the Lions in terms of offense. They were a top five offense and they in the league with Amon-Ra St. Brown obviously being great, but besides that, there weren't that many other elite options. So that offensive line being great has really helped them, and just being able to kind of ensure even if someone gets injured, they still have solid replacements is something I think their front office will really put emphasis on. But now you got a pick 183 now. Um, hmm. I'm gonna go with going down the board. I'm gonna go with Deuce Vaughn from Kansas State. Again, I feel like a little bit of this is slightly unrealistic just because of the fact that that I feel like a lot of these guys might not be here. But if he was here, I think this would be uh a slam dunk pick for the Lions. Again, they already do have two guys like they already do have two as like David Montgomery and DeAndre Swift, who will be presumably the running back one. But as you can see with a lot of teams nowadays, you're seeing more of a use running back by committee. And just having three great backs in your arsenal is just something that's really dangerous, especially for a Lions team that loves to use the pass attack. And Deuce Vaughn is someone that definitely could thrive in that kind of system that Ben Johnson is running. And now with their final pick, 194, um, again, another tough pick here. They did lose their backup quarterback in Tim Boy. No, sorry, actually, no, they didn't. No, it was Tim Boyle their backup. Sorry, I can't remember right now. I think I'm not gonna go quarterback. Actually, I was thinking about it. I'm gonna go Nick Herbig from Wisconsin again, adding a third defensive line pick. But again, you see with a lot of these teams that are building up their teams now, they're really trying to emphasize the trenches, and that really the Lions kind of, we saw that especially with the offensive line, how they that's how they kind of that was their philosophy. I think they're going to go more defensive, emphasizing the trenches this year. That I think could really get them over the top and make them just one of the most balanced teams in the NFL. But that is it for the video. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, a lot of these picks will probably not be starters for the Lions right now. I think they are a team that already have just so much talent, but I think you're going to see guys like Carter and Nolan Smith be key two down players from the get go. And I think again, if this hits, the Lions are going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2023. But that is it for the video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, man. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.